Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, my name is Sophia Carey and I am a photographer based in the UK. You'll find me spending my time mostly in Manchester and London. So if you guys have followed me for a while, then you'll know that a big part of what I do is working with musicians on their press shots. This is something that I've done since the beginning of starting in photography. It's what got me into photography, and over the years I've worked with countless musicians across genres, across cities, and it's honestly one of the highlights of my job. So in today's video, I want to kind of take you guys behind the scenes on a shoot that I did a couple of days ago with an amazing musician. I will link his work in the description. You definitely have to check out Dami. The behind the scenes footage was shot by a photographer who kindly assisted me on this shoot. I will also tag Oliver down in the description. So after we've gone behind the scenes and I've shown you a little bit about how I work on set, I'm going to talk to you guys about my 5 top tips on how to take press photos. Cool, so let's go. Okay, so I wanted to film a little what's in my bag for today. Today is a very rainy day. I'm filming a video and we're doing a press shoot. So I have got with me a mic and a stabilizer and the Lumix S1 to film the video on. Then I've got some towels and spare socks and a rain cover, and I'll be shooting on my Canon 6D Mark II. I was going to shoot on medium format today, but given the weather, I didn't think that that was really appropriate. Don't really want to end up with any more problems than I'm already having with the camera.
Bring this hand up to like your face or something like that. And then just if you cross this arm across your...
So now you guys have seen the montage of behind the scenes from my recent shoot, I just want to go through some tips I have from my personal experience. So my first tip is to always research the artist. Getting a better understanding of who the artist is as a person, as an artist, what kind of music they make, what kind of genre, what kind of style they have, is really important when you're putting together the photos. This is important because if you're going to be taking photos of someone from a hip hop background, their photos are likely to look a little bit different stylistically than if you're going to take photos of someone from a country background. So understanding the content that they create and the vibe that they kind of have within their person, within their music, is really important for you to start building your mood board, for you to know what kind of locations you want to look at, and just generally kind of paint a picture of this person in your head. And that leads me on really nicely to my second point, which is that you want to make the photos really represent them as an artist and as a person. The way that you style the images, the way that you style the musician is very important in this. You don't want the musician to be styled in clothes that they would never wear, that doesn't reflect their personality, because ultimately you want them to feel comfortable, you want them to get across their character. Arguably, more than any other kind of portrait, when you're taking photos of musicians, you really want to capture their personality and have that shine through. And this can be achieved with styling, the clothing, the locations, the colours you use, the poses you have them doing. All of these different elements can really be put together to kind of represent the person. I think that my third point is probably the most important point, and that is to make the artist feel comfortable. I spoke in my previous video about how to pose models, in particular male models, and I spoke about sitting them down so that the model has to think about less limbs to pose. I spoke about talking to them and creating a continuous dialogue. I think that both of these things are really important in creating a comfortable atmosphere. What you also have to remember about musicians is they might not have ever modelled before. They're not models, they probably haven't been given any lessons on how to model, so it's really down to you to make them comfortable and bring out their character. My fourth point is talking about variety and specifically getting a lot of different shot lengths. Because of the nature of PR photos, it's really important to have like a lot of different imagery that the artist can work with. Might need a headshot for Spotify, but then they might need a full body shot when they're promoting their most recent show, for example. Making sure that you get a really diverse number of actual technical shots, so landscape, portrait, close-ups, whole body shots, etc., is really important in creating this diversity. And my fifth and final point is leading on from the last one, and that is to mix up your locations and your outfits. This is important for exactly the same reason. You don't want every photo to look the same. When they're promoting a new show, it'd be really good if they could have another different kind of photo, different to the last one, that they could use to promote it. Ultimately, when you're working with any client, building up a rapport and a client relationship is probably the most important thing you're going to do throughout the shoot. It encourages recurring clients, and just generally building relationships with people you work will always make for better photos. Offering a diverse range of shots is really going to instill that trust that the client has within you, and think that that you as the photographer has really like given them everything they could have asked for out of the shoot. That you're really worth the money, that you've given them what they pay for, and that there's a reason to come back and use you again because you get them, you care about what they're doing, and you care about them having the most content to kind of launch their new EP or their single or go on their radio show or whatever it is that they are doing. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you found any of these tips useful or if you have any tips that you might want to share with us yourself. I'm hoping that you're liking the content recently. I just hit 400 subscribers, so thank you so much. It's amazing that you guys are watching and responding well to this content. I'm really loving putting it out, and I'm hoping that over the next, weeks, months, years, I'm gonna continue with creating content that you guys enjoy. Over the next few weeks, I'm gonna be talking about a few different types of photography, working with models, creating lookbooks, product shots, etc. So if you have any questions or there's something specific that you want me to go through, drop me a comment, let me know, and I'll make it happen. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.